There was once a great religious philosopher named Simeon who spent his days pondering the mysteries of the universe. He sought to understand how existence functioned and what forces governed the realms of light and shadow. Many of his peers saw the world in simple terms, good versus evil, order versus dissent, but Simeon suspected that something far more profound lay beneath the surface of things. One day, Simeon found himself traveling through a dense and foreboding forest. The trees loomed tall around him, their twisted branches obscuring the sky above. He had brought only his scriptures and a small lantern to light his way, and soon it became apparent that the dark of the woods would be impenetrable without that flicker of illumination. As he walked, it occurred to Simeon that the quality of his light varied depending on the shadows around him. When he marched through an open clearing, the pale flame seemed insignificant, barely noticeable against the blaring light of day. But in those murky corners of the forest, where the darkness crept close and dense around him, the feeble fire suddenly mattered. Its tiny glow would be enough to chase the shadows back, painting the air with gold and transforming hopelessness to warmth and knowledge. Simeon began to ponder this, about the relationship between light and darkness, and how even the dimmest light can gleam even brighter when set against the worst calamities. If something good only encountered good, he wondered, would it be truly significant at all? Indeed, might it not require some opposite force, untainted by its goodness, but equal and opposed as well to aid in its growth? The answer crystallized in him as he walked, its clarity a reward for braving the path of primordial paths. Without the night, the day would not shine quite so bright. Without wrongs wrought, true justice ceases to hold much depth, for what balance does a single scale represent? It is always darkest before the dawn, because the dawn needs darkness in order to be. Do not be overwhelmed by your circumstance. Things cannot remain the same forever, because evil needs good in order to be, and so too does good need evil. We are seekers of duality, and therefore creatures of balance. That we would want the things we enjoy to last forever is but a characteristic of our eternal souls. But, as with all relationships, our relationship with life requires understanding and compromise to achieve balance.